their way with our U.S. troops. Let's bring in now KT McFarland to talk about how complex this issue is, the weakness of the Biden administration. She is the former Trump Deputy National Security Advisor. She's also a board member of the American Conservative Union and the author Revolution, Trump, Washington, and We the People. KT, a pleasure to have you.
Always a pleasure to be with you, too. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So we just showed that clip, and it is stunning. Just to kind of put it out there again, Jake Sullivan in September says the region's never been more stable. Then yesterday we have Blinken saying it's the most dangerous it's been since 1973. No wonder we all have whiplash. I mean, is the whole world laughing at this administration? Not just our adversaries, KT. These are the people making huge decisions about our national security.
Yeah, and here's the problem. I mean, what is their position? What's their position on the Middle East? What's their position on Ukraine? What's their position on China? It seems like the world is on fire, and yet the United States has a president who's missing in action. You know, what they should have been saying today with one voice is 3 Americans have died. 3 American service members were deliberately targeted and killed. The United States will respond, and all options are on the table. Instead, what we've got is, well, we don't want a bigger war in the Middle East, or this is a really dangerous time, or the whole region is at peace. So come on, President. You need to get out into the Oval Office and you need to explain to the American people what's going on, because a lot of us fear that we are sliding into potentially a global war or another forever war, or even worse, that we're not going to respect our interests and you can kill Americans with impunity.
Looking at Lloyd Austin there, I mean, he was missing for days. That didn't go unnoticed as reports kind of trickled out about that. I'd like to get your reaction to what Biden said just moments ago. We do now have that soundbite as he departed the White House. Let's play that.
I don't think we need a wider war in the Middle East. That's not what I'm looking for.
Clearly, we're not looking for a wider war, but some of the appeasement, the billions of dollars that was sent to Iran has led us into where we are now, KT. What do you think the response needs to be? Some say naval assets in the Persian Gulf, a wave. Also, there's some reports that they want to maintain some element of surprise. That's why they're not talking about the origin of this drone, because we still may or not publicly know exactly who's responsible for this.
When you get right down to it, there are 3 options. One is to do nothing, which is what the Biden administration has done heretofore for all these over 100 attacks. They've done a little bit of something, but in effect done nothing. The second is to target where these attacks are coming from. The proxies of Iran. Iran is paying for them, training them, giving them permission, but they're not part of Iran proper. So these are countries like Yemen with the Houthis, or Lebanon, or Syria, and Iraq. That's where they're killing Americans, and that's where the weapons are originating from to kill Americans. And the final and the most sort of what some war hawks want is to go right in and attack Iran. Well, I think that the do nothing option, the Biden option so far, is obviously not working. The let's go to war with Iran option, that's probably not going to work either. We'll get into another forever war, and Iran could use that as the excuse to go nuclear, in which case you're launching a nuclear arms race in the Middle East. I'm all in favor of going robustly and vigorously and immediately after all of the Iranian proxy countries that are firing on Americans, to give them the message, you kill Americans, we're going to kill you. And that's in Yemen, and that's in Syria and Iraq, and probably Lebanon.
It was a message Donald Trump sent by taking out Soleimani.
Yeah, and the other thing about President Trump is, so in the Trump administration, we left these guys with peace in the Middle East because Iran was on its knees economically. Iran might have wanted to attack everybody, but it didn't have the resources to do it. And then President Trump degraded all of the proxy forces by taking out the leader of all the proxy forces, Qasem Soleimani. The other part of whatever reaction we have needs to be economic, because as long as oil prices are high, as long as the Biden administration refuses to enforce sanctions on Iran, Iran has plenty of money to keep fighting. And so we should make sure that whatever we do militarily, we also economically stop the spigot of money going to Iran. You know, there's some estimates that we now have given, Bianca, it's just stunning to me to think that Iran has $100 billion more money to fight this war than Donald Trump had remained president.
In a short period of time. And we see how dangerous and perilous the world has become. KT McFarland, great analysis, and always great to have you in.
Thank you, Bianca.
Thank you so much.